That US authorities are aware of 5 assassination teams currently in the United States dedicated to killing Donald Trump. And even more extraordinary, they were aware of these kill teams before last week's second assassination attempt on Trump, and yet did nothing to increase his security. The claims were made over the weekend by Republican Congressman Matt Gaetz. Have a listen to what he said.
I had a senior official from the Department of Homeland Security in my office before the second assassination attempt saying that what he has assessed is that there are 5 known assassination teams in the United States, 3 inspired by other governments, 2 that are here that are known domestic assassination teams. And with that, this individual was coming to me concerned that the force protection around President Trump, even prior to that second assassination attempt, was not sufficient for what it needed to be. And the coordination at that level, at the dignitary protection level, is like the bare minimum that we have to do to keep our presidents, our presidential candidates safe while they're on the trail.
So, Caleb and Liz, this is an extraordinary claim. 5 assassination teams, 3 helped by foreign governments, Iran, Pakistan and Ukraine. I should point out, aren't Pakistan and Ukraine allies of the United States? And then 2 other assassination squads that are apparently domestic. So this raises a huge number of questions, Liz. Where do we start with this?
Like we needed further proof that the bodies who are responsible for protecting Donald Trump aren't doing their job. Now, you can speculate till the cows come home whether this is deliberate or whether this is not, but so many questions still remain regarding Matthew Crooks, the first would-be assassin, and the second assassin. Also, so many question marks remain unanswered. Nobody seems, it's like getting blood out of a stone, where, regardless of whether you're talking to the special service, the Secret Service, I should say, or some of the other levels of what is supposed to be protection around a presidential candidate. It's simply not happening. And the fact that the Department of Homeland Security knows about this, Gaetz is talking about the upper echelons of those who are supposed to be charged with the responsibility of ensuring that guy not only makes it to the election, but long after the election remains alive. And yet we just seem to be coming up trumps, no pun intended.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't trust the FBI or the Secret Service to boil the billy at a CWA meeting right now, would you, seriously, given what we've seen over the last couple of months? But I have to say, though, it kind of indicates the guy you ought to be voting for when foreign governments want to take the guy out, right? Yeah. Like, you know, Iran, Ukraine, Pakistan, countries, of course, that have all gone through and are going through periods of great oppression themselves, or their people going through periods of great oppression. Why would they potentially not want a guy who would come in and not allow his country to be walked over, not allow his country to be used as a pawn or to take shed loads of money for particular political purposes? That's why they want to get rid of him, right? And of course, Iran has had beef with Trump for a long time, and we know that the money that has been received from the Biden administration to it, like, of course they wouldn't want Trump to be president. And there are these groups, it is alleged, wandering around the United States right now that want to take out the former president, potential next president of the United States, 45th, wants to be the 47th. And what? We're just meant to believe it's all hunky-dory, it's all fine. Now, look, I suspect that Joe Biden now would like to see Trump have a little more protection. But we know that Biden ain't really in charge. There are other people who are quite happy to see Trump not have the level of protection he ought to have because, as I have said before, even if they come out and say, oh, you know, it's political violence, it's very bad, in their heart of hearts, they would actually prefer to see him dead than win in November.